The Nexus is dead. We now have the Pixel instead. And the Pixel XL is what we are looking at today. A phone Google takes responsibility for. No mention of the OEM, pressed as high as a Samsung or Apple flagship. So does the Pixel have what it takes to hang with the big boys? Well, let's find out. Before we get to the finding out part, if this is your first time here or in case you just can't remember, my name's Ash, this is C4eTech, and you're watching our full review of the Google Pixel XL. Let's get started. Let's start with the design. I like it. The glass covering half of the back might not be a huge deal, but it manages to set the Pixel XL apart from other devices. It's unique and I like it. If you don't, you could always pick up a few skins. Our sponsors Slick Wraps have a ton of skins for the Pixel and the Pixel XL. Do check them out, I'll leave a link in the description below. Anyway, the 8.5mm thickness, the 170g weight, the curve at the edges, the metal build, it's all good. The Pixel feels solid in hand, but is big enough that single-handed usage is not something you can expect from this phone. The reason? Well, it sports a 5.5-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display. That's a pixel density of over 530 pixels per inch. Quite dense. The display is sharp, offers great viewing angles, colors are quite natural, and it gets bright enough so as to not pose issues outdoors. The front's covered by 2.5D Gorilla Glass 4 for protection. Let's now quickly check out the other placements. Above the display, we've got an 8-megapixel front-facing camera, the earpiece, and the sensors. There's a notification LED buried inside the earpiece, by the way. Since the Pixel XL uses on-screen keys, there's nothing below the display. To the back, we find the dual-tone dual LED flash, the 12.3-megapixel camera, the laser assist, and the secondary noise-cancelling microphone. We then have the fingerprint scanner, just like with the Nexus from last year, and there's Google branding at the bottom. The power button and the volume rockers can be found to the right. The USB Type-C port, speaker, and primary microphone reside at the bottom. There is a 3.5mm headphone jack, and it's located to the top. We've got a single SIM tray to the left. Underneath the hood, the Pixel XL is powered by the 64-bit quad-core Snapdragon 821 chip. There is 4 gigs of RAM and 32 or 128 gig storage options. Note that this is the 821 variant that has the same clock speeds as the 820, the difference being it's supposed to be about 5% more power efficient. The Pixel XL performed quite well with benchmarks, and with intensive real-time usage, it still did good. Rarely though, I did notice a stutter or two while gaming. I guess that's largely due to optimization, which I find kinda strange given that this is Google's own phone, but it should get fixed. The audio via the single downwards firing speaker is reasonably loud. The audio via the 3.5mm headphone jack was quite good too. I had no issues with cellular reception or call quality. Talking about reception, the Pixel XL can support VoLTE, but it's not compatible with Jio in India yet. Here's to hoping Google makes that happen soon. Anyway, all this is backed up by a 3450 mAh battery. There is support for Quick Charge 3.0, and in the week that I used the Pixel XL as my primary device, I had no issues with battery lasting through a day of moderate usage. So what's my moderate usage? Well, that involves 2 to 3 hours of calls, 1 to 2 hours of music via Bluetooth, 3G and Wi-Fi on all day. Oh yeah, you heard me right, 3G. My primary SIM card is from Vodafone, who does not offer 4G services here yet. Anyway, my regular usage, 30 minutes or so of mild gaming, an hour or so of streaming video, a lot of push notifications, mails, WhatsApp, Twitter, Facebook, and so on. And with this kind of usage, the Pixel XL had no issues making it through a day on a single charge. So on that note, let's talk cameras. The 12.3 megapixel camera to the back uses Sony's IMX378 sensor, the aperture is f2.0, and the pixel size is 1.55 microns, so that's quite large. The Pixel XL lacks optical image stabilization though, but it has support for gyroscope-based electronic image stabilization. How does this camera perform? It actually performs quite well when the conditions are good. Great detail, decent colors, and excellent dynamic range. Auto HDR helps get the most out of it. The performance is on par with flagships from any other manufacturer, be it Apple, Samsung, or whatever. Under low light though, the lack of optical image stabilization means shorter exposure times and hence higher ISO levels. The images look great, but when you pixel peep, the noise levels are noticeably higher. That is when you compare it with other phones in this price segment. Well, you can't term the performance as bad, but given the price that Google is demanding for this phone, it can be a little underwhelming under low light. The Pixel XL can shoot 4K videos at 30 frames per second. The footage looks great. The gyroscope-based EIS stabilizes well, but when you look close, you see a vibration kind of effect that sometimes distracts. That's a result of the software stabilization struggling to keep the footage, well, stable. But overall, the quality is quite good. The 8 megapixel front-facing camera does a decent job for selfies with its wide-angle lens. The audio captured via the internal microphones is not good though. Anyway, let's now talk software. The Pixel XL runs on the latest Android 7.1 Nougat and comes with the Pixel Launcher. There are a few noteworthy tweaks here. For starters, long pressing the icons gives you options, kinda like right click in Windows or 3D touch with Apple. As of now, it works with a lot of Google's own apps, and I'm guessing third-party developers will be adding support soon in coming days and weeks. You also get an option to create an icon out of any of these shortcuts, so that's kind of unique. The live wallpapers are quite cool too. I use Live Earth for the most part, and I like how it changes with weather and time. Not a huge deal, but a nice little touch. Talking about touch, pressing and holding the home key launches Google Assistant, but it can also be launched via voice commands. So, okay Google, what's the time now?
The time is 10:57 p.m.
Okay Google, how about in Singapore?
The time in Singapore is 1:28 a.m. on Wednesday.
Okay Google, how's the weather there?
It's 26 and mostly cloudy there. Today, there will be thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 31 and a low of 24.
Okay Google, how about in Delhi?
In Delhi, it's 22 with smoke. Tonight, it's predicted to be 30 and clear.
So there you go. As you can see, it can understand context now. It's quite sweet. So barring that, tap G to bring up the search. This not only searches from stuff from Google, but also from your own phone. And then we have split screen multitasking. The support is limited, but if you want, you can turn it on for all apps from developer options. I didn't really use this a lot. I did, however, love the quick switch feature. Now let's say you're playing a game, you get a notification and you want to jump into, say, Instagram, and then you just double tap the recent apps key and you're right back into the game. Neat, right? Other shortcuts include double pressing the power key to launch the camera, double twisting to swap the camera around, and we've got a nightlight option that turns the colors warm to east looking at the display at night. The fingerprint scanner is fast and accurate, Pixel Imprint works great. Additionally, you can swipe down on it to bring down the notification shade. The user experience here is fantastic. Apps open up very quickly and the memory management is quite good. If a stock Android experience free of bloat is what you want, the Pixel XL delivers. On that note, let's talk price. The Pixel XL is priced at 67,000 rupees in India and $769 in the United States. At these prices, it's competing with the iPhone 7 Plus and is priced a fair bit over the Galaxy S7 Edge. The Pixel XL is a great phone, definitely. But in a market like India, I think Google's kind of priced themselves out of people's pockets. The S7 Edge is available about 17,000 rupees cheaper and offers a second SIM card slot or a micro SD card slot. So if you want more storage, the price difference widens to 22,000 rupees, and that's taking into account the cost of a micro SD card. This is the price that you pay for lightning fast software updates, assured Android updates for 2 years, and security updates for 3 years, and a lighter and cleaner Android experience. If that's something you really want, then sure, the Pixel XL will serve you well. Else, the S7 Edge should be a cheaper alternative. Now that's a sentence I never thought I'd hear myself say. The S7 Edge is a cheaper alternative, but that's where we're at. Anyway, if you're willing to look past Android, maybe the iPhone 7 Plus could be an option as well. If you do want to pick any of these phones up, you can find my affiliate links in the description below. Use them, it helps the channel out. So I guess that's it for this review. Do you agree with what I've had to say here? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And do give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, vote it down if you didn't. And for more videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already. So thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ashia from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.